Hello, everyone. Welcome to your weekly wellness oracle card reading. If you have not been here before, hello, my name is Erin. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and hanging out with me for a little bit. I hope that you enjoy spending time on this beautiful, supportive channel today and that you'll consider hanging around for future episodes like this one here, where we learn about how to support our body, mind, soul, energetic bodies to have whole self wellness so that we can live a life full of joy, making some dreams come true, having a good time, all of those things. So I hope that you stick around for a bit and check us out. Now, if you are returning, of course, thank you for coming back. I'm so excited that you're here again, ready for the new week to see what's happening. I'm excited and ready to get started. So let's do that. Now, of course, I have the chapter markers if you need to move ahead and throughout the video to see, just get the information that you need if you're busy today. But if you do have time to stick around, the rest of us shall breathe and take some breaths to become self-aware, have some centeredness, and just kind of relax a little bit because it's the middle of the day here right now. I don't know what time you're watching it, but I've been working and working and working. So I am ready for a breath. All right. Now, when we are breathing, for those who don't know, are not experienced in breathing in this sort of fashion, we're going to inhale through our nose, exhale through our mouths. And you want to get a real good inhale a little bit quickly because you're going to have the exhale be a little bit longer than your inhale. All right. Now, when you're inhaling, you can envision colors that bring you comfort, that make you feel love. You can look into seeing what images bring you a certain feeling that you want to have while you're having this reading today, or anything that makes you feel grounded is also a beautiful thing. You don't have to even picture anything at all. You can simply breathe if you want to and concentrate on your breath, all right? So typically 3 to 5 big deep breaths will work, and you can do it as many times as you want because I said so. So there you have it. So let's go ahead. I'll do a couple in through the nose, out through the mouth. When you're exhaling, just release any of the worries from the day, any of the stress that is bogging you down right now for just a few moments while we're here having this amazing reading today. Just let yourself be free from all of the distractions and the worries and the cares of the day, all right? Now, like I said, 3 to 5 times usually does the trick. So if you need to pause it and do more, you go for it. That's totally fine because, of course, I'll be here when you are ready. All right. For the rest of us, let's go ahead and do an intention. Okay, so for our intention today, you can have it be whatever you want. And if you're not familiar with setting intentions, it's essentially what you would like to have happen for you in this reading. So if there's a message that you are wanting to hear, or if you want to feel like you're resonating with something that's happening, or if you just want to be able to relax and hear what's going on, anything you want. So for those of you who are not familiar with it and just want to use my intention, then I will say it for us here right now. So I will set an intention for us that this be a beautiful, loving, and supportive reading that will lead us to whole self wellness for this week of May 31st through June 6th, 2021, and that we will be able to hear the messages that resonate most with us and put those practices into place this week for the greatest good of all right? And so be it, and so it is. Yes. And let us light Miss Candle here. Beautiful. Hooray. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this reading. Yes, what you've all been what you're all waiting for, right? So this is, of course, like I said, the weekly wellness oracle card reading. We're going to pull, the first card we're going to pull is what elemental energy are we going to be working with that will be guiding us towards whole self wellness this week. And when I say whole self wellness, I'm talking about all of like your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and even your energetic bodies to be in alignment so that our whole self is cared for and feels well. All right, so let's go ahead and find out what elemental energy will be guiding us this week to whole self wellness. All right. And we have Expansion North. Card number 1. Woot! Beautiful. So this is finding your true north. What is your truth? Where are you going? What do you want? This is a card to me that asks lots of questions, that you're asking questions about yourself in order to figure out what your truth is, right? So you're not living out of somebody else's expectations. You're living solely out of what you expect of yourself, what you want, what your hopes, what your dreams are, right? And this is also for the greatest good of all, and can also speak of new journeys, beginnings, adventures that you're going on in order to find that true self. All right. I love this card, and it's so pretty. It's got all the beautiful beautiful lights. I can't say the word that I'm looking for. That's nothing new. And you could just see on forever, and it's got like the little compass up here. I just love this card because it's just full of all kinds of possibilities, right? It's brand new. It's just everything is laid out before you for you to like just start your new adventure. It's exciting. It's exciting to me. All right. So let's go ahead and get the moon card today. This is going to be what are emotions? What emotions do we need to know about, right? How are we going to deal with the emotions that we have this week of May 31st through June 6, 2021? Whoop-doo. There it is. And we have the energy is gaining momentum. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. All right. So your energy is gaining momentum, hence this expansion card, right? You're expanding. And now is the time when things have come together for you to start figuring out, you figured out some of the things that you want to do, and now you're asking questions about it and figuring out where you're going to go, right? The energy is gaining momentum. So that's beautiful. All right. Well, now we're going to get the spirit animal. One of my very favorite things. One of my very favorite card decks. What spirit animal will be guiding us this week towards whole self wellness, right? What spirit animal will be guiding us this week? All right. And we have lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. I love that. So we're going to be generous of spirit. Okay, and so the lion spirit card is also like your ego is in check, right? You have your ego is in check. You have a healthy sense of that you are you, right? That it is okay to be you. But the lion spirit is saying that your ego is in check. You have a healthy sense of worth right now, and you're generous with your spirit. You're generous with the service that you give to other people, and you are willing to be who you know you're meant to be and show that out into the world. So this is beautiful. All these cards are just adding up to a new adventure, because you know where you are. You know that you are going to want to be you, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm hearing right now. You know that you're on a new adventure. New paths have been laid out before you. There's lots of questions that you need to answer with this, like this energy is gaining momentum, the waxing moon. Like the world is full of possibilities for you right now, right? But you just need to make sure that you are headed towards the right path that's serving you right now, because we could have several paths that we journey through in our lives, right? We have several things that we'll probably want to accomplish in our lives, not just one set thing. So you just need to ask the questions, and you can have all that you desire, but you need to ask the questions and then proceed to take the steps, do the actions necessary to start bringing things into fruition for you. And then the number energy that's going to be guiding us this week is 57, teaching and learning. So that's perfect, right? That's exactly what we need, is some teaching and learning, because this expansion card is researching, right? Researching your next steps that you're taking. All right, so we're going to be teaching and learning. So maybe this new path for you too. I'm also hearing that there could be an exchange of knowledge, right? You sharing your knowledge with others and they're sharing their knowledge with you. So you're learning, you're teaching to some extent almost as much as you're learning as well. So that's a little interesting. We'll dig a little bit deeper into that, but let's go ahead and get this card here. And these are consciousness cards. So this card is going to let us know, what do we need to know, like on a conscious level? What do we need to know about this week that will help us to achieve whole self wellness? And let's see what we have here. There we go. We get this card all the time. All the time. So I may pick just one more. Why not? Just to see if there's some, maybe we need a clarifier card, because we get this like almost every week. Right? Okay, nurturing. So we'll just use these two together. It sounds about right to me. So we have 36, abundance. I'm grateful for the abundant nature and the universe provide in my life, right? So, and this is also having a healthy sense of gratitude as well, being generous of your spirit. So of course we're going to be grateful for what we have. There's abundance all around us. So if you, and this I'm hearing here, for this card, it's kind of like this journey that you're going on. You don't have to have it be about a career path. It doesn't have to be about making money. It can be about finding the abundance in other areas of your life that are very important to you as well, right? And then we have number 19, a nurturing heart. The mother card, and this says, I'm a protective spirit and reach out to all life with love and compassion. That's really beautiful. I love that. All right, so we got two of these little consciousness cards right here. All right, so, and this is the generous spirit coming back to me again. Be sure that you are that you still are leading with love, right? That you still are a compassionate person, because it's going to take you a long way in life, right? And it also, I'm going to pull this card first, because I have something that I'm thinking, but I want to make sure. So let's pull a botanical card. This will help us to kind of figure out nourishment properties, how we can nutritionally support our body. It can tell us things about herbs and other areas and aspects of our life that we need to know about. So what message do you have for us for whole self wellness the week of May 31st through June 6th, 2021? And we have strength. Bearberry, strength. And the lion also makes me think of strength too. So I think that's appropriate. Thank you. Thank you for your appropriateness. Okay, so we are in fact going to need strength though this week, right? Because it takes some inner strength to be able to ask the questions and be truthful about it, because sometimes, even though we're embarking on this new adventure, we still do have some questions. We still are looking at the authenticness of what's happening and keeping our ego in check. And when we're going on something new, it can be a little scary sometimes. So we're going to want to use that inner strength to be sure that we are standing on solid ground and that we have our ducks in a row by doing this research and finding out kind of where we're going to be, what we're going to be looking at in certain circumstances and situations that we could be coming across, that we're going to be able to handle that, right? And still be generous and loving and all of the things that we need to do. So this is our last card that we are going to pull for this reading, and it's our self-care card. And this is This is one of my favorite parts of the reading. I like self-care. You know, I don't think I used to, but I'm getting used to it. But that could have been a worth issue, right? Who knows? It could have been. Probably was. But we're going to get a self-care card here. We're going to see what our body could use most in terms of self-care in order for us to have whole self-wellness this week. What do we have? Flow like water. All right. Number 24, flow like water. So this could be if you are into water. You really like it, right? Water is cleansing. Water is fluid. It helps. Water bends and moves and does what it needs to do in order to get through obstacles, in order to get to its next destination. Sometimes it can be rough, of course, but in this instance we're flowing like water, so we want to be fluid. We want to be able to move through these questions and find the answers that we need by not letting our ego get in the way of things. She's really fluid. She's very she doesn't have a care in the world right now. She's being, to me, this is like she's being cleansed. She is just going wherever she needs to go in order to make it to her next destination. Now this, and the water, so being around water is going to be important. If you live near water and have access to it, then do that. But you can use a shower, a bathtub, drinking water, right? And this is also talking about having that be infused with intention. Water is a beautiful thing. It has the power to change itself and to hold those affirmations, to hold those intentions. When you speak beautifully to water, it forms beautiful crystals. And when you're mean and nasty to it, it looks like, you know, like it's been, like it's, I can't think of the word right now, but it looks like it's, you know, crouching down and it's been hurt because of your words. So this is saying infuse your water with intentions. You can do it before you take a bath or a shower. You can do it when you're drinking water. You can do it if you're exercising and swimming in the water, right? All of those things. So clearly water is going to be important to us this week, all right? Okay, so let's just kind of wrap this up because this is a beautiful message. And essentially what it's saying is you're embarking upon a new adventure. The possibilities are limitless, but you just need to make sure that you have set some standards or some goals so that you are able to make sure that you're heading down the path that you want, that you are searching for right now, right? The information that you're searching for, because this is very much about research. And then we also have the teaching and learning card, which this is, you know, that it's not necessarily that it has to be a career, but this is being confident. So much confidence this week, I tell you, strength and confidence, but in a grounded way. So you're embarking upon a new adventure. You can travel down a new path, but you have to ask yourself questions about, is it the right path for you, what you're trying to find out, and what you're going to be able to learn, because this is also about exchanging this information and being sound in knowing that you have the ability to teach, to give the information, to share your wisdom. And it's not from a collegiate kind of educational form of teaching either. This is you teaching from your life experiences, things that you have learned through the challenges and obstacles, or even not challenges and obstacles, right? But things that you have learned through your experiences in life that other people will benefit greatly from. So do not underestimate your ability to teach what you know, to share the wisdom that you know, right? That's also being generous with your spirit, right? If you're sharing knowledge, that's very generous. That's a personal thing to share from your experience. It can be vulnerable even. And speaking of vulnerability, we're seeing, you know, the nurturing cards and the water, right? And even the strength card. this in her this strength card, the bear berry, refers in fact to the bear as well, right? It's a strength that, and the bear is not, it's not aggressive, it's not coming to attack you. The bear in the strength is grounded, has a sound mind, right? Is not trying to cause harm. It's simply an inner strength that it is looking, that is being present. And also the bear is depicted as a feminine type energy, a nurturing energy. So we have the mother, we have another reference to some feminine energy here. And the lion itself too is very confident, very strong, and is masculine, but also knows that it needs to be balanced in its feminine, is in its femininity as well too. So that's a beautiful message. I am really enjoying this message this week. You guys have some wonderful possibilities ahead of you this week. I'm so excited. Let me know in the comments if you have been thinking about embarking upon a new journey or having a new adventure, if you're in the process of figuring out where that's going to take you. All right, so what do we need to know for wellness tips? Clearly I'm gonna go to water first, because y'all know how much I love water, because you have to have water, because if you don't, you'll not survive, right? So I'm going to say be very hydrated with the best quality water that you possibly can. All right, and instead of just drinking the water, I want you to infuse it with some positivity, with some love, with an intention, a beautiful intention that you create to help you on this new adventure, this journey, this new path that has opened up before you, right? I want you to infuse that with a beautiful intention. And also I hear that we should be, if we can't go out in nature, to be by water, to take a bath, a shower if you have to, if you don't have a bathtub, but really to just be enveloped in that water and set an intention while you're in there. Maybe light some candles, make it a whole experience, right? Because, and nurturing is going to be extremely important, right? We need to have balance in that feminine energy, so we're going to want to do that. And also you're going to want to look for new areas where you can learn things, new opportunities for study. I know we're talking a lot about through experiences, but for some of us there could be some new areas of study that open up for us that we're able to, that was a side note, that we're able to take advantage of. Sorry, just came through. The antenna maybe was a little crooked this time, I don't know. All right, and then also I'm with this abundance in nature. Of course, we talk a lot about going out in nature, and if you should go out in nature any chance you get, walk barefoot in nature, anything to get you grounded. Because of course it's going to be important for you to be grounded. So do some grounding practices that help you. If it's, like I said, walking barefoot outside, hugging a tree, laying in the grass, dancing around, whatever helps you feel grounded, right? That's going to be really important when you're trying to answer questions. But I'm also for like the nutritional portion, nutrition side, nourishing our body. The abundance card is really standing out to me to like have and see the abundance that you have. I feel like we're getting in a rut of everybody of always eating the same thing over and over again, because I know that, you know, I love my meal prep. I like to have a whole bunch of stuff in the fridge that's really easy to eat and heat up, because everybody's busy, right? So I'm a big fan of meal prep, but it can get a little mundane. It can get a little repetitive. And once you get into the habit of actually doing some of those meal preps, then you could, you know, a lot of times we do the same ones over and over again because we already know how to do it and we don't have to worry about learning something new. But we're going to learn something new, all right? We're going to learn something new, and part of that is going to be taking advantage of all the abundance that we have before us. So our grocery stores here are chock full of all kinds of beautiful things that we can cook with, right? You don't have to go down the processed styles, right? You don't have to do that. I'm not talking about that. But we have all kinds of meats in there that we can experiment with. We have vegetables, an abundance of vegetables of all kinds that come from all over the world for us to be able to try that we didn't have access to before. So this I'm hearing, try something new. Take a look in your grocery store at the good foods, right? Not the crappy foods, but the good foods, and see something new that you can incorporate into. You can still meal prep it if you need to because your time is limited, or use it for one of those special nights, right? See if you like it, right? If it's something new, then you don't have to worry about having a whole big fridge full of something that you didn't really that you thought you were going to like and it sounded good but maybe didn't turn out so, and maybe it needs a little bit more experimentation, right? So maybe for a special night we're going to have a new meal, we're going to pick a new something that we're going to experiment with, of the nutritious kind of nature. The nutrition portion of things, I think it's basically going to be that coming a little bit out of your norm and bringing more of other types of foods that are going to be helpful for your body, because we do need to have, a balance of vitamins, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates. They all offer different forms of those vitamins and minerals that we need to stay healthy. So I'm just hearing for that to go with your instincts, go with your gut. Go to the grocery store and pick out something that is standing out to you. We probably almost all of us have the internet. If you're watching me, you got the internet somehow, right? So you have the ability to look up recipes online and find out information about those foods. So don't let that deter you. Be a knowledge seeker this week when it comes to your food, and find out new foods that will help you support your body, and make, and if there's something I'm hearing this too, if there's some kind of ailment, I don't know if anybody even uses that word anymore. I don't think I even do. Okay, anyway, so if you're feeling that there's something like lacking energy, or you're just kind of not feeling yourself, not anything that's a big like red flag that, oh my God, I gotta go, to the doctor, nothing like that, but just you're maybe feeling a little off, or you could use a little something different, right? That's what I'm hearing for this, to use your instincts, to use what you've learned about your intuition, to go and find the food to just go and look and see, and what you're drawn to, grab that. Find the information about the food, know what you're eating, see what kind of nutrients that food holds, whether it's a particular vitamin or a particular fat, right? Or a particular there's different kinds of fibers too. So what kind of fiber am I ingesting, right? Am I constipated? Do I need some extra fiber? Is that why I'm drawn to it? Do I have a lack of energy? And it's because maybe I haven't been eating enough protein, or I've been eating too much of a certain protein, but I haven't been adding in enough fats, right? Or I'm eating too many carbs and I'm getting bogged down and I don't have that long sustaining energy and I have to eat too much during the day, right? A lot of information right there, but I just wanted to give you a few examples. So don't get overwhelmed with any of that. Just go to the store, pick out something that you're drawn to, find the information about it, find a recipe for it if you're not comfortable just experimenting with it in the kitchen, and eat it and see how you feel, see if you like it, and then maybe you have a new meal or a new food to put into your rotation if you are doing a lot of meal prep and stuff like that. And make sure that you're taking care of your emotional body by being in water. Use it to, and also the fluidity is like going through obstacles. It's being able to flow through the obstacles and challenges that could rise up, right? And that you've already done that and you know how to do that. I think that's like kind of a confirmation to tell you about this teaching and learning card, because I'm feeling that a lot of us are having doubts about our teaching abilities, and that anybody will give a crap about what we have to say about our experiences. Don't underestimate that. People give a crap about what you have to say about your experiences. They want to know. You have valuable information. That's why people are drawn to you. That's why people are listening to you, because you have something that they need to hear and they are ready and willing to listen to what you have to say. So you've already flowed through all the obstacles is what I'm hearing with this too, just an additional message for that. So use that ability to, I feel you're adaptable, that you're very adaptable, right? And that you've been able to work your way through several circumstances that are really going to be helpful information for other people to hear. So don't underestimate that. And then just to really make sure that you're keeping a balance between the masculine and the feminine. I'm hearing that the feminine is make sure that you have that nurturing quality about you. People are going to need to have that nurturing quality. That's really going to help. I think that's part of your teaching ability too, is that you're just very nurturing with it. You don't shove it down people's throat. You do it in a way that people appreciate, that they understand, that they feel comforted, that they feel calm. I feel there's a very calm mannerism about you that people are very drawn to. So, ooh, I like that. Exciting. And just remember that the possibilities are open to you. So keep an open mind. And just, I'm feeling that if you're having trouble answering the questions, just to get a journal and start journaling down things, right? So that you remember what it is. And so you can go back and look, and it will kind of, you can even do like a pros and cons. I'm hearing a pros and cons. Do a pros and a cons. There can be questions that you have that you need to answer, but also I'm hearing for some of us, we love the pros and cons list, and you can go ahead and do that and see where it takes you. It will give you the right kind of questions that you need to ask in order to get your answers to finding out where what new path you're going to be discovering. Love it. All right, so I think that's pretty much it for this week. I hope you guys found some good information that you can implement this week, and I will see you guys again on Wednesday for the midweek check-in. I'm going to give you a big hug filled with loving energy, all for you, because I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye now.